Welcome back, friends. Welcome to a video where I'm going to be sharing a bunch of books that I'm excited for, that I'm already aware of, that are coming out in 2026. For the most part, publishers have only really announced books in the first few months of the year, so we're gonna mostly talk about those. If you guys know of other books that I haven't mentioned, please let me know. I always have really good intentions of continuing this kind of video throughout the year, sharing some like partway through the year of books that I know are coming out in the next few months, and I never follow through with it. Some booktubers are much better at it than me. I'm not making any promises this year, other than I know I'm putting out this video and then maybe removing that obligation for my rebel heart will make me actually stick with it. Who knows? Who knows? I have a number of books here to share today. I haven't read any of them, so I'm not like endorsing them, although many of them are by authors that I've read books by and enjoyed them. I'm going to just also briefly mention a few that we will be doing for my indie book club coming up starting in January. We're gonna be doing it on Instagram in case you missed that video, but there are a few of those books that I know of that are coming out, and I talked about them more extensively in that video, so I won't really share much here, but I will tell you their titles. And in addition, I'm actually not going to, for the first time I think ever, I'm not going to share publication dates, because some of these books I've seen like 3 different publication dates for, and I honestly would just rather not share the date than share it incorrectly. So no publication dates. But yeah, these are all coming out in the first half of 2026, according to what I have found so far. Okay, so let's just breeze through the ones that are a part of the indie book club that will be going in 2026. We've got Shatona's Bookstrings Book 3. I don't know the title, super excited to read it. I had to make an exception with the mostly fantasy and science fiction and squeeze her in because I wanted her as part of that book club. So I didn't make it a fantasy science fiction exclusive book club because of her. But in the fantasy world, we've got Flame Theory coming out. The cover of this one is amazing. I've enjoyed her previous books. Very much looking forward to that one. We've got The Last Wayfinder. I enjoyed her previous book, and it has both of those, the Flame Theory one and The Last Wayfinder, both have to do with dragons, so I think that'll be fun. And then the only other one that I have as part of the indie book club is a book I don't even know the title of, but I'm sure Victoria McCombs is going to be publishing at least a few books in 2026, so I just want to highlight her. Give her some love. Go buy her books, you guys. Okay, now let's get into books that I am not doing for the indie book club. I've got my computer here. I will be telling you what it says about the books. First of all, I want to read The Star Blessed by Angie Dickinson. So I read her book, The Truth Cursed, sometime in the last year. I don't remember exactly when it came out. This is publishing with Enclave, and it says 3 legendary origins of power, 2 royal bloodlines, 1 deadly curse. The kingdom of Stellarless, possibly, I don't know how to say it, is slowly dying. A season of poison infects the air, earth, and water, with increasing deadliness each year, and a deep love of gold and power infects the failing mind of the king. His only daughter and first in line to the throne, Princess Seren, lives in tightly controlled isolation. When she's suddenly thrust into royal society, she struggles to hide the strain of untamed magic awakening in her blood. Sorry, got a cough. Seren's newly appointed personal guard, Sir Corin, resents the exile of his people. As heir to a long-banished line of succession and the last of the land's legendary protectors, he holds no loyalty for the current royal family and their history of unhinged cruelty. As death steals over the kingdom and the schemes at court grow deadlier, the princess and the guard are forced to face their fears, their troubled past, and the costs of personal freedom. It's a reimagining and reinventing of Rumpelstiltskin and Catskin, which I've never even heard of. But I think that'll be good. I really enjoyed her other book. This next one is Perplexity by Shauna Stroder. I have her book on my nightstand right now, hoping to read it right away. So if I enjoy book one, I'm gonna move on to book two. Because it's a book two and I haven't even read book one, I'm not gonna tell you about the description because I don't wanna read it. I don't know how to filter what's spoilers or not, but book one also has a gorgeous cover. I love the covers of this series. It's apparently got some Little Princess vibes, and that, other than the cover, that was definitely something that caught my interest. Then another beautiful cover is All That Glows by Lauren Smith. The apocalypse didn't take everyone, it just took us. Ever since the rain turned green, Kiri's world has been bathed in glowing dust. She packs it into old mascara tubes and sells it as makeup alongside dried cacti, threadbare blankets, and long expired canned food. There's not much else to do when everyone outside Kiri's small town in the desert died from the plague-bearing rain 10 years ago. Everyone except the man in the rubber mask. He's on the dangerous side of the fence, huffing infected air like it's nothing, babbling to Kiri about college and umbrellas and yogurt and everything else that disappeared the day it rained. He doesn't seem to know the world ended, and he has no explanation for how he survived the apocalypse. But Kiri doesn't believe in ghosts. She can't trust him, but he's right about one thing. Towns without secrets aren't surrounded by chain link fences, and chain link fences won't keep out the plague forever. Yeah, that's interesting. Looking forward to reading that. Okay, this one, I'm uncertain, so I'm putting it on here and we will see. It's the first time I saw him. This is the second book after, what was the first book called? The Last Thing That He Told Me, which is like a mystery thriller book that I read a number of years ago. And it was been quite a while since that one was published. I had no idea there was going to be a second book, but that one ended quite cliffhangery. And so I'm intrigued that there's a second book, and I don't even know what I can read here. Yeah, once again, I don't feel like I can read it without giving spoilers probably. But from what I remember of the first one, the last thing he told me, it's about this woman and her daughter, and her husband just left one day. And that's all I'm gonna say. One I'm really looking forward to, and this is one that has at least 3 different publication dates. Actually, probably 4. It's Ernest Cunningham number 4. It's called Everyone in This Bank is a Thief. I think it already came out in Australia. That's where the author is from. And then I don't know if it's releasing in different times in different countries, and that's why I've seen so many dates for it. From what I know, like, his books are all standalone books. I like to read them in order, but this one says 10 suspects, 10 heists, a mystery only Ernest Cunningham can solve. I've spent the last few years solving murders, but a bank heist is a new one, even for me. I've never been a hostage before. So one thing to know about Ernest Cunningham is that this character, Ernest Cunningham, is an author that writes books that tell mystery authors how to write books. So I don't think he had ever written a mystery book until he was like writing his own story. So that's interesting. And then an author that writes a character that's an author, it gets a little bit confusing, but I think he does it so well. The doors are chained shut, no one in or out, which means that when someone in the bank is murdered, hostages become suspects. And he always does a really good job of naming down the people. So we've got the bank robber, the manager, the security guard, the kid, the film producer, the priest, the receptionist, the patient, the carer, me. Turns out more than one person planned to rob the bank today. You can steal more from a bank than just money. Who is stealing what? Are they willing to kill for it? And can I solve the crime before the police kick down the door and rescue us? So we've got like this locked room mystery. This is how he has done his previous books. Yeah, and I'm just a fan of his writing, so looking forward to that. Then we're gonna go into a cozy fantasy. Is this adult or is this middle grade? I think it's adult. I have no idea if this is gonna be any good. It's Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter. I mean, fantasy with cats, I just was sucked in. Plus the cover, it's so awesome. There's so many cats, it's great. A woman who runs a cat rescue in 1920s Montreal turns to a grouchy but charming wizard to help save the shelter in this heartwarming cozy fantasy. Oh, this is the author of the Emily Wilde series. Oh, that's why her name sounded familiar. I didn't put that together. I only ever read the first book of that series, so we'll see. Agnes Aubert leads a meticulously organized life, and she likes it that way. As the proudly type A manager of a much-needed cat rescue charity, she has devoted her life to finding forever homes for lost cats. But after she is forced to move the cat shelter, Agnes learns that her new landlord is using her charity as a front for an internationally renowned and thoroughly disreputable magic shop, owned by the disorganized, not to mention self-absorbed, irritating, but also decidedly handsome, Ravlock Renard, magician and failed Dark Lord. The shop draws magical clientele from around the world, partly due to the quality of Havelock's illicit goods, as well as their curiosity about his shadowy past and rumors of his incredible powers. Agnes's charity offers the perfect cover for illegal magics. Agnes couldn't care less about the shop, magical intrigue or not. There are cats to be rescued. But when the enemy from Havelock's past surfaces, the magic shop, and more importantly, the cat shelter, are suddenly in jeopardy. To save the shelter, will Agnes have to set aside her social conscience and protect the man who once tried to bring about the apocalypse and is now trying to steal her heart? I don't know, the cat shelter thing, you guys, I'm intrigued. I'm curious to see how that actually plays out. One that I'm a little bit leery about because this author has kind of disappointed me in the last few releases. I feel like I liked her books and then I'm liking them less as they go. It's Magnitude by Jennifer A. Nielsen. I feel like I really enjoyed The False Prince and her first historical fiction books, but her last few historical fiction just aren't quite hitting the mark for me. But I'm willing to try another one. So we're set in San Francisco in 1906, and so it's a middle grade historical fiction. When Cora leaves her house in the early morning hours of April 18th, she expects trouble to find her, like it somehow always does. But as she makes her way to the San Francisco docks to look for her father, the earth begins to shake, and suddenly Cora realizes that she's not just in trouble, she's in danger. Soon after, the last thing Cora remembers seeing is a tall building overhead before everything goes dark. When Cora wakes up, she's trapped underground with Z, whom she met by accident on the way to the docks. They are running short on air and time, when miraculously Cora's friend Oliver pulls them from the rubble. When she's above ground again, Cora is shocked to find herself in a city that has been decimated by a massive earthquake. And they begin searching for their families. Yeah, I'm willing to give her another try, but they've just become a little bit meh in the last few. Okay, this one sounds really interesting. It is The Escape Game by Marissa Meyer and Tamara Moss. I don't know who Tamara Moss is. I, to my knowledge, haven't read anything by her. But I really like Marissa Meyer. She usually writes fantasy, but this is apparently a mystery thriller. It says it's all fun and games until someone ends up dead. 6 months ago, season 4 of The Escape Game ended in horror when contestant Alicia was found murdered on set. Now season 5 is underway, and new contestants are ready to put their skills to the test, solving the show's trickiest escape rooms. There's Addie, the cryptographer, Carter, the math whiz, Beck, the wannabe game master, and Sierra, the girl who got away with her sister's murder, or so everyone believes. But Sierra's not just here to win, she's here for justice. When the contestants begin uncovering clues that hint at the identity of Alicia's true killer, it becomes clear the stakes aren't high in this competition. They're deadly. If these teenagers want to win and survive the game, they must solve the biggest mystery of who killed Alicia. Yeah, I don't know, it's like a escape room murder mystery. That sounds intriguing. Joanna Davidson Politano is also coming out with another book. This one is The Life She Forgot, and we've got like some amnesia vibes, I think. So we're dual timeline, 1913, 1947, both in Cornwall. So in 1913, with no family, no prospects, and no memory of her life before the accident 3 years ago, Marin Dunn is running out of options. Her inheritance is under dispute, her freedom slipping away, and with the woman who once gave her shelter gone, Marin faces an uncertain future in a home where she's no longer wanted. Enter A.J. Winthorpe, a kind, whimsical suitor offering a daring escape in the form of a hasty marriage and the chance to retrace her past together and reclaim her identity. But as Marin follows the threads of her forgotten past, she begins to remember. Another man, another wedding, a life she may, well, this is actually written very incorrectly. It says, a life she may already be hers. A life that may already be hers? makes more sense. And then we go to 1947. Haunted by war and estranged from the wife he still loves, William Crawford is determined to save her family home anonymously, even if it means selling a valuable portrait he's discovered. But the mysterious image of Marion Dunn may hold secrets that could change everything and offer a chance at redemption he never expected. So I have enjoyed quite a few of Joanna Davidson Politano's books, and some of them have been mediocre. So hopefully this is going to be a good one. And then the last one here, I put it on the list. I have low expectations, I'll be honest. It's the last one out by Jane Harper. I think I've read like 2 of her books and gave them both 3 stars. But I don't know, I thought I would maybe try another one. So hers are generally mystery, maybe a little bit thriller, and she sets her books in Australia. So we've got Carillon Ridge, a once vibrant village in rural New South Wales, has become a shell of its own. Its houses and buildings brought up and left to rot by the mining company operated at its borders. A decade into its slow death, surrounded by industrial noise and swathed in thick layers of dust, the skeletal town is all but abandoned, with just a handful of residents clinging onto what remains. After years of scorning those who left the ridge behind as it fell into ruin, Roe never imagined she'd become one of them. But everything changed when she lost her son. 5 years ago, Sam vanished while visiting during a break from college, leaving behind a rental car with his belongings inside. Sam had loved Carillon Ridge and had been working on an oral history of the town to preserve its legacy before it vanished altogether. It wasn't long after his disappearance that the rest of the family began to crumble away too. But when Roe returns to Carillon Ridge to be with her husband and daughter on the anniversary of Sam's disappearance, she begins to suspect that something important was overlooked in his case, because while nothing can stop Carillon Ridge from dying, someone seems to want to make sure that its secrets die with it. So I don't know how many books that was, but those are some coming out in 2026 that I am looking forward to. If you guys know of some other ones, let me know in the comments. I'm sure I forgot a few. I know some people don't pay attention to upcoming releases at all, and that's totally fine. I never did before BookTube, and realizing that I had favorite authors and then paying attention to when they're releasing things. So now I find it fun to anticipate these books. Thanks for joining me today, and I will be back again tomorrow with another video.